You might say, Abraham, this manifestation is who I am. It's what I've got. In fact, it's all I've got. This is where I am. This is where I am. And we say, that's part of where you are, but there's a bigger part of where you are over here in a vibrational place. And you say, yeah, but I can't see that part of me. So I'm going to concentrate on this part of me. And we say, well, does this part of you have everything that you want? Is this part of you the most that you have become? Or is this part of you lagging a little bit behind this part of you? And then you argue with us, well, but this part of me is the part that's most easy for me to see because it's manifested. And now it's manifested, it feels so real. And we say, we know it feels real, but your attention to it keeps holding it in this reality. You getting this? So if you've got something in this reality that you want to let go, then you got to look someplace other than this reality, because as long as you're looking here, you're holding it here. Or if there's something not present in this reality, you've got to stop looking at the missing things in this reality, because it holds those things missing in this reality. If you will forget about the tangible and focus upon the intangible, if you'll forget about the conditions and focus upon the unconditions, if you will focus so much less on what is and instead focus on what's coming, then what is will change. And so you say, oh, so Abraham, you just said, if I don't focus upon what is will get better. And then I can focus upon the improved what is. And we say, that's what you heard us say, but that isn't what we said. And that isn't why we said it. We're not giving all of this to you so that the manifestations can just keep feeding you in a positive way. We're giving all this to you because we want you to enjoy the process of becoming, the eternal, never-ending process of becoming. We want you to stop taking score about what is. That's what hangs you up. It's what makes you want to compare with others and measure with others. If you could just let go of the what is just a little bit. What is will change. Yes, of course it will change. But that's not why we want you to do it. We want you to do it because there's so much pleasure in the new becoming. You did hear it, even though it's hard to hear. You did hear it. Just trying to explain what I'm experiencing. And what I'm experiencing isn't what I want to experience. So why am I talking about what I'm experiencing when what I'm experiencing isn't what I want to experience? So why am I talking about what I'm experiencing when what I'm experiencing isn't what I want to experience? So why am I talking about what I'm experiencing when what I'm experiencing isn't what I want to experience? Well, I need to talk about something. Well, talk about something else. I can't. Then take a nap. Or find some way of changing the subject. It would be like being in your vehicle on your way to some destination, and now you've got 400 miles across the desert. Let's even say it's the desert and it's nighttime. When you're doing that, you're not looking out the window and saying, nothing there, still nothing there, and there's nothing there. There isn't anything there. There's not. Oh, there's a car. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Surely there are more interesting things to focus upon other than right where you are in many moments in time. And what is this insatiable need to explain to anyone who will listen, and mostly to yourself? It's like this, it's like this, it's like this. Here's this magnificent vortex with all these improvements and all of this wonderful new acknowledgement and all this wonderful thought process along the way and all of these magnificent rendezvous with your inner being and new thoughts exploding in your mind and new experiences. It's the same. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. And you all don't think you're doing that, but that's what you do so much of the time. Pay attention to what you're doing and notice how often you're saying, it's like this, it's like this, it's still the same, it's still the same, it's still the same, it's still the same. Do you ever meet somebody and say, how are you? And they say, same, same, same. Or they say, same old, same. It's same. It's the same. Different places, different faces, but same old crap keeps coming to me. It's the same, it's the same, it's the same, it's the same, it's the same. And meanwhile, oh, you're creating all of this, and law of attraction is responding to it, and there's so much potential for a new, exhilarating thought. But when you've got that awareness, that keen awareness, you're so physical. You're so physically oriented. You're so see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it. You're so accustomed to looking at what is instead of what's coming. It's still dark. It's still dark out there. 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 There have to be other things that you could think about that would be thrilling to you. There is so much that you could be anticipating. We really want you to hear this. It's always changing. But often it's just changing to more of the same. Because that's what you're looking at. It's always changing. So what you're thinking about determines whether it changes to something different or whether it just keeps changing to more of the same. But it's always changing. It's always changing. And you could let it change to what you've been asking for because you put all the pieces in there of what you wanted to change to. But you've got to give it a rest if you wanted to change to something different, because if you keep talking about what is, it can't change to something different. It just keeps changing to the same, changing to more of what is. Who you are is energy. Who you are is energy in the making. Energy in the making. You're a work in progress. You're a beauty in progress. You are a being in progress. You're never stationary, ever, 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 ever. But you feel stationary because you keep taking score of what is. Most people are forgetting that they are source energy too. Most people are forgetting that they are first and foremost vibration. Most people don't even know that law of attraction is responding to them. Most people don't even know that they're radiating a signal. Most people don't even know why they have emotion and what the emotion means. But you know it. You do know it. And so all you got to do is just start changing your perspective a little bit. Who I used to be was, but who I am becoming is. Or who I used to be, or who I have been, who I have sort of kind of been for a while, but what I'm on my way to. In other words, just start changing the way you feel just a little bit. When you wake up in the morning, don't lie there in bed and reclaim yourself. Because while you slept, you became different for a moment. But you see, you want to be impatient because you want the manifestation to change suddenly, or you think you do. No, you don't. You want it to change gradually, and it will change gradually enough. But what must change immediately, if you are to feel good, is your perspective of who you are. Your perspective of who you are. Because everything in your life is exactly as you believe it to be. And a belief is only a thought that you continue to think. And the reason that you continue to think it is only because law of attraction makes it easier for you to think that than to think something else. Wake up in the morning and think some new thoughts. When you put yourself at bed at night, tell yourself, because it's true that your vibration is going to slow down and maybe subside altogether. Tell yourself that when you meditate, you're going to find a whole new vibrational place. And most of all, remind yourself of the you that is really the larger part of you, the you that is the wholer you, the you that is the energy you, the you that is the eternal you, the you that is the you that you mean to be, the you that is calling you to that, you see. Let yourself be molded in the image that you have created. But Abraham, it's so hard not to notice where I am. We know, but you can do it. You can. Guess there's nothing more for me to do except to just accept that it's underway and let it be. And let it be. Just let it be. Not get in the way anymore. Let it be.